Welcome to the Dub Show. I appreciate you guys, man. Check me out.
I caught an L at a young age, stretched out. Getting 24, homie, I got 5 out. Now on YouTube, trying to get a paper route. Coming till you know the deal, we on some grown shit.
What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Decided to crack the green screen out. Not gonna lie, you guys made me go and watch the new series that Gunner started. I see he brought out the green screen. I said, you know what? The mouth was blowing up. I don't want to be left behind. Anyways, this is a quick video. I saw in the comments right now, you know, it always blows my mind when people that have either a lack of education or just don't know what time it is, when they make certain comments, man, especially about certain things. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect this dude. I actually responded to him in the comments, but I said, you know what? Let me make this as a video for others who are under the wrong impression or have a different understanding. And let me take this as an opportunity to just speak on this issue real quick. It's not a big issue. And the crazy thing is, people are still going to believe what they want to believe, right? Okay, so this video, you can tell by the thumbnail and by the title, it has to do with Mexicans representing Southern California sporting the blue rag, blue flag, whatever you want to call it, blue paño, basically just having blue represent the South. By default, it's also going to refer to the raza, the Mexicans from Northern California, wearing red. So there was a comment, and it was based on a video that I had did, and you know, on the thumbnail there was a big blue paño, and it was a dude. Obviously, he was a Crip. Shout out to all the Crips, was cracking, and he says, "All I know is I want our blue rag back because you guys weren't rocking that in the '80s. The Crips were. That's the symbol of the Crips. You guys started rocking that in the '90s." I know there's some blacks that heard that right now. You know, OGs that heard that, they're scratching their head like, he said what? I thought it was well known. I thought it was. Now, people have the years wrong. So let's clarify that. Just give me an opportunity to clarify stuff. You know, it's just like recently somebody said that Northerners have been functioning in Southern California for decades. And he said it was well known that they were in Santa Barbara, that they were in San Diego, that they were in the IE, and that they were in Chino, and that they had strongholds in Santa Barbara, and as well as Chino. Now, to people who don't know, zero education, they might say, I don't even want to get into what they'll say. All I'll say is this: those dudes, that organization he's referring to, all those dudes are from Southern California. The dudes that founded that organization were from, the originals were from Southern California. That's why they were in Santa Barbara, Oxnard, Ventura, San Diego, LA, and all those. Of course, that's where they grew up. But they were not, none of them were Northerners. That organization is not Northerners. The other one is not Southerners. People don't understand what they're talking about. But now, getting to the red and blue in regards to the raza. Initially, in, you know, 50s, prior to the 50s, prior to the 70s, really, there was raza. The whole North-South thing started in the California Youth Authority, just like the NLR did. These groups started in the California Youth Authority. Then they got kicked out. A lot of them got kicked out and entered San Quentin, Tracy, and other joints. The old timers, and again, I've done time with several older homies, older cats from down south and from Fresno. The dudes from down south, they were like, I'm not a Southerner, I'm not a Southsider. I run with the vatos because that's where my neighborhood's from, and because, you know, the Southerners are under this group. But I came to prison before any of that existed. I've heard dudes from Fresno, a couple of them, say, nah, I'm not a bulldog. I started doing time way before that even existed. And so, to clarify, the Southerners and Northerners started in the California Youth Authority in the 1970s. They started wearing red and blue in the 1970s. Now, this dude obviously is a Crip from Southern California that made this statement because in Southern California, nobody's banging blue rags against their rivals. They're all blue, all of them. Some neighborhoods have red paños. Some have different brown, different colors, green, Hawaiian Gardens. But some of them have different colors for their neighborhood. In Southern California, they're not banging the blue paño as to gangbang. They're all blue. Up north, you have red and blue. Mexicans, red and blue, banging. Crips and Bloods, on the other hand, back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, especially in the 80s, 90s, hell yeah, they were banging red and blue. But you see nowadays, you'll see Crips wearing red. You'll see Bloods wearing blue. You know, it's not like it used to be. But it never ceases to amaze me when somebody will come out with something like that. And it's like, damn. It kind of makes me realize that it's not just the Mexican. You know, like when we hear raza using the N-word, and it's like, damn, hey, where did the education fall apart for raza not to do that? Then I hear something like this where, oh, you guys weren't banging blue in the 80s. It's like, damn, then the education has fallen off in a bunch of areas, different groups. Then again, whether Mexicans were wearing red or blue in the 80s is irrelevant, because if you're in Southern California, nobody's banging based on blue or red. They're doing that in Northern California, where the Southerners and Southerners and Northerners are right there at each other's throats, in each other's backyards, each other's cities, right there. It's a prison thing. It's a jail thing. It was a YA thing, and then it became a prison thing. So, hopefully, the person that made that comment, I was able to expound on it a little bit more for you. Hopefully you don't feel that you know, I'm trying to play you, because I'm not. I'm just trying to educate you on the fact that's been happening since the 70s, but it's not in the streets in Southern California. So I could see why you would think that, you know. But it has been since, I believe, the 70s in Northern California. They've been banging red and blue. The Mexicans have up there. The raza has up there. It's sometimes, no, I can't say sometimes. It always trips me out. Excuse me. When people will see one of my videos, and regardless of whatever the message was, that's the comment that gets left. It's like, you obviously had an agenda and a bias when you press play on my video. Whatever I had to say, whatever my message was, whatever positivity I was trying to pass on to you and your family, your loved ones, it doesn't matter, because you want Mexicans to not wear blue, even though they've been doing it probably longer than a lot of your homeboys. And that's not disrespect, that's facts. Me personally, growing up, look, I'll show you right now, look. And I'm not in the streets. I have one in my pocket. I don't ever show it, but it's always in my pocket. And it's just old school. A lot of older cats, we carry a paño in our pocket. That's, you know, for your face, whatever. We don't carry it like it's the most sacred thing on earth, you know. But anyways, I was gonna go off on another tangent, but it's irrelevant. There's a lot of comments that come out like that, regardless of what my video is, and so I'm like, damn, these vatos are haters for reals. I'm not saying you are about this paño. You might just be emotional, or not emotional. emotional. You might just have a lot of care about who has that. But I promise you, there's probably some of your homeboys that wear red. Just like there's Bloods that wear blue. If I remember right, shit, even back when banging was really a thing, like really a thing in the 80s and 90s, if I remember correct, the PDLs were blue. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I remember hearing that, and when I was in Hawaii, they were like, hey, them motherfuckers be wearing blue. They don't give a fuck. But that's my video for today. I was actually going to do a reaction video on this. I was going to do a reaction on both channels. I switched. I put the Wes Watson reaction on my big channel. If you're not subscribed, go and subscribe to the other channel, Dubs V. Check out the Wes Watson reaction video today. And then I saw that comment. I said, you know what? Let me put that out. It's Saturday. I got to head out. I got to run some errands. So gave me an opportunity to talk about something and hopefully clear up a lot of people's misconceptions. You know, like those two factions of legends that are Raza. They're not Southern. They're not Northern. I always trip out when they say the legends from down south. They're not all from down south. The legends from up north, they're not all from up north. But neither one of them is north or south. That's as far as I'll go. That's their business. That's their thing. But step the education up. Ask your older homies questions. If you're not sure about something, even if you think you are, ask your older homeboys that you trust, that been around, that been through the system, been through the streets. They might help you out. Anyways, that's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.